Playing in a world championship is every player's dream. And it was a dream Tristan Torbett had when he boarded a flight to Malaysia for the Deaf World Championships. What happened next was a near-death experience, with Tristan beating incredible odds in an inspirational story of survival that has led him right here to be with us on Call It What You Want. I'm Jimmy Conrad, alongside Charlie Davies and Jesse Marsh, and our special guest, Tristan Torbett. Tristan, can you give us some insights on this experience that you went through? And obviously, we're glad that you're here with us. Amazing.
Yeah, it was just very, very interesting experience. I mean, I went to sleep on the plane. It's a 14, 15-hour flight, and I woke up and my right arm, my right leg were completely numb, and I just chalked that up to maybe me falling asleep on them. And so then when I was able to walk off the plane under my own capacity, that's when it started getting a lot more serious. The symptoms became very, very more dominant. Like, I was incoherent, couldn't put together two words, couldn't walk. And so they loaded me into an ambulance and they took me to the hospital.
And at that point, did you know something was seriously wrong? At what point did you start coming off the plane? You're like, you know what? I don't think this is just me sleeping on my right side wrong.
I'd say probably when they wheeled me through the airport at extreme haste. That was when I started to kind of realize that something was seriously wrong, but my mind never even went to, like, oh, I'm having a stroke. Like, it was just like trying to figure out what was wrong with me, and my mind just never went there.
Yeah, for me, it was when I heard about your story, I thought about your family, and you told me you have 3 older brothers. And so I'm sure being so far away, it was pretty difficult not having, you know, the people that you love and that are closest to you nearby. How did you deal with that? How did your family deal with that? How did you guys get through that moment together?
So U.S. Soccer had my mom and my older brother Nate on a plane in less than 24 hours.
Amazing.
And so they were there literally 2 days after I woke up from the surgery, and they just stayed by my side for the next week. And then my middle brother, he came as well, and so we just kind of banded together and just got through it together, and it turned out to be not that bad of a trip. I mean, Taiwan is a very, very cool country, and everybody there is so nice, and the people that worked at the hospital were just very, very top-notch.
All right.
Yeah, Tristan, there was clearly some important decisions that were made by the medical staff from U.S. Soccer, and then obviously the doctors in Taiwan. You're back now. Full recovery. What's happening now post? You survived this, and I'm sure there's a little bit as a player you were disappointed to miss out on playing in Malaysia with your team.
Of course.
But of course you're alive, and that's the most important thing. But where are you now in your recovery to hopefully come back and represent the deaf national team?
So I just got cleared 2 weeks ago.
Yes, awesome.
Fully cleared to come back and play soccer. The cardiologist I have is very, very top-notch. He's Dr. Roberto Cabello in Naples. He's amazing, amazing guy, amazing doctor. He actually told me that he loved soccer growing up, and he got to a point in his life where he had to choose study medicine or choosing playing soccer. And so he was, he was like, well, here I am. And, so now that I'm fully cleared, I'm back to working out every day. I lift in the morning, and then I run around the camp that I work at. It's 250 acres, so I run about 2 miles every day. And
Incredible.
yeah, I'm going to start getting back on the ball here really, really soon, and just try and work my way back to how I was before.
One of the things that took me like over the top in reading your story is the fact that you're in Taiwan. You have a very complicated blood clot, and not too many places in the world outside the United States can operate on this blood clot with that technology.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are, a doctor. You find a doctor that's able to do it. And also to do it where there's no really any bad side effects. How much did that mean to you? Like, do you still have a relationship with that doctor? I know, I've gone through some surgeries, and I'm still connected to those doctors that saved my life. So how does that feel for you?
It's a very, very unreal feeling. I mean, the doctor that did the procedure and the operation, his name is Dr. Chow. And then my general practitioner, the guy who came and checked in on me every day, took me down to PT. His name was Dr. Wong, and they are just phenomenal. I can't thank them enough. I mean, it's like I said, it's just a very, very surreal experience to be sitting here, and you know, I owe it all to them.
All right, so you're here now. You're in Dallas.
You're here right now.
You're here, and we love that, and we're thrilled to be talking with you. Tell us about some of your experiences since you've hit the ground, because we heard that maybe you got to hang with the team yesterday, and we're also hearing that you're a big AC Milan fan, and a couple of our players has happened to play on AC Milan now. What has that experience been like to be around the guys?
Amazing. I mean, today I got to go to their practice and watch them train, and just unbelievable. I mean, just seeing those guys are the cream of the crop. Those are guys that are, you know, Pulisic plays for AC Milan, Musa plays for AC Milan. You got guys like Tim Weah, Weston McKennie, who are also in Italy. You got guys like Tyler Adams out there. It's just an unbelievable experience, and Greg was very, very welcoming. You know, just treated me like I was just one of the guys, and you know, that's a very, very surreal feeling. I mean, especially since I grew up watching Pulisic at Dortmund and then his tenure at Chelsea, and just have him come up and give me a jersey with his name on the back of it and ask me for a picture, and so it's just unbelievable.
Emotional a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean, you know, it's not every day you get to go and meet somebody like Pulisic, like Musa, like those guys. I mean, they're just class all the way around from top to bottom, and so it's just very, very surreal, very, very surreal.
Take us, Tristan, a little bit, you know, for people at home that don't know what the deaf team is like. Like, compare that to some of the teams you played on growing up. What are some of the differences? What are you guys trying to achieve on the pitch when you're together? What's the overall experience like?
The overall experience is really, really cool. I mean, everybody that plays on the deaf team is very, very tight-knit. We're all like really, really close. When I went through my stroke and everything in Taiwan, they were there sending me messages, sending me updates. They hold my jersey before the game and the starting pictures. So it's a very, very tight-knit group. Right now we are trying to work towards winning a medal in our upcoming Pan Am tournament games. That's how we qualify for the Deaf World Cup and the Deaf Olympics that are in 2025 and 2027, I believe. And so right now we're just trying to get back on the field with each other. We're in a process right now where we're hiring a new head coach, and so everybody, I just think, is buzzing to get back on the field and just get back to playing football.
Nice. Tristan, one of the things I think all three of us will tell you, when you step away from the game through injury, you retire, it's not the games that you necessarily miss the most. It's the locker room, it's your teammates.
Exactly.
Being around them all the time. One thing that I've seen is your teammates came right by your side, and you guys are doing these TikToks that are going viral. Talk to me about the dancing. Are you pulling these out after goal celebrations? Like, what goes into these?
So the big guy is Chad Johnson. He's kind of the guy who started it all, started the dances, and so basically we just ride his coattails. So, like, when he scores, we all just go in, we mob him, and we do whatever he's doing. In Brazil, he had a surfer celebration, and I sat down. I was taking the pictures of him, and so it's just, he's really, really the driving factor in the social media aspect of it all.
How important was that in your overall recovery? Just your teammates being there, checking in on you, trying to, you know, make sure that you're going in the right direction, staying positive. Because in the same article that came out, I saw that you had some questions like, why me? Why did this happen to me? You know, you've obviously had to overcome so much growing up. 3 older brothers you're trying to stick with. You don't want to say, hey, I'm disabled. I can do everything you guys can do. And then this happens. You overcome it. When you look back at your life and where you are today, what comes to mind? How proud are you of how far you've come?
I'm extremely proud. I say that everything happens for a reason, and I full-heartedly believe that statement, and that's kind of just my creed that I've lived by all my life is, you know, everything happens for a reason. So, you know, just going through that and seeing my teammates there by my side supporting me, it was just a very, very wholeheartedly feeling, and just I can't ask for a better group of guys to go out there and lace them up with and get out on the pitch with.
All right, Tristan, before we let you go, 2 questions, two-parter, I should say. 1 question, two-parter. First question is, what position do you love to play? And then secondly, who on the current national team, tomorrow that's going to be playing against Jamaica, is your game most like?
So I'm most comfortable with attacking mid. My whole life I played a plethora of positions. I played striker, played defense, and so attacking mid is where I feel most comfortable. And for the comparison, I would say, honestly, I'm a little bit like after Tyler Adams because he wears my number 4, and so try and model my game a little bit after him.
I hope you score more goals than
I love it. I love it.
Great,
Tristan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy this whole weekend around the team, and hopefully we'll get to hang out with you off camera as well.
All the best. All right.
Yeah.
All
Thank
the
you guys
best.
for having me.
Of course. Tristan Torbett, everybody. More calls.